Appointment you forgot or missed. Describe a time you forgot an appointment. You should say what the appointment was, when and where it was, why you forgot about it, how you felt.
Welcome to me_IELTS Fluency. You're not just here to watch, you're here to participate. Feel free to share your own sample answers in the comments section and exchange ideas with others. Let's learn and grow together.
I'd like to share with you one of the most embarrassing moments I've ever experienced, forgetting an appointment I had scheduled weeks in advance. We've all missed a meeting or two at some point, right? Maybe you showed up late, or had a last-minute conflict. But missing something you carefully planned well ahead of time, especially when it involves someone else's schedule, feels quite different. It's that uncomfortable moment when you're left scratching your head, wondering, how could I let this slip my mind? A couple of months ago, I had scheduled a dentist appointment for a routine checkup. It was set for a Wednesday afternoon at 3 p.m. at a dental clinic just a short walk from my workplace. I had picked that time carefully to fit around my work schedule, thinking it would be the perfect midweek break to take care of something important. But as life often does, that particular week turned out to be completely overwhelming. My workload suddenly doubled, and I found myself buried under a mountain of urgent deadlines, back-to-back meetings, last-minute edits, and a major presentation that required my full attention. My brain was in full survival mode now. While I had written the appointment down in my planner, I skipped my usual step of setting a reminder on my phone, something I typically rely on to jog my memory when things get busy. That small oversight came back to haunt me. On the day of the appointment, I was so deep in work that I didn't even glance at the time. I was locked into the task at hand, completely unaware that 3 p.m. had come and gone. By the time I remembered, it was already evening and the clinic was closed. I felt awful, not just because I missed it, but because I knew the dentist's time had been wasted and someone else might have missed out on that slot. I also felt a bit embarrassed when I called the clinic the next day to apologize. I expected frustration, but thankfully, the receptionist was kind and understanding. She helped me reschedule without making me feel worse than I already did. All in all, the whole experience was a wake-up call for me. Since then, I've made it a habit to set digital reminders for every single appointment or task, even the small ones I think I'll remember easily. It's a small change, but it's made a big difference in helping me stay organized and avoid those unnecessary moments of panic. Phrases and idiomatic expressions. Scheduled weeks in advance. Planned or arranged several weeks before the event. We've all missed a meeting or two at some point. Everyone has experienced forgetting or missing meetings sometimes. Showed up late. Arrived after the expected or planned time. Last-minute conflict. A sudden problem or scheduling issue that arises just before something is supposed to happen, carefully planned well ahead of time, thought out and organized a long time before the event. Someone else's schedule. The time commitments or appointments of another person, scratching your head, being confused or puzzled, trying to figure something out. Let this slip my mind. Forgot something unintentionally. Picked that time carefully to fit around my work schedule. Chose the appointment time thoughtfully to avoid conflicts with work. Midweek break. A rest or pause in the middle of the week. Life often does. Things in life tend to happen unpredictably or disruptively. Completely overwhelming. Extremely stressful, or difficult to manage, workload suddenly doubled. The amount of work increased significantly in a short time. Buried under a mountain of urgent deadlines, overwhelmed with a large number of pressing tasks or due dates, back-to-back meetings, meetings scheduled one right after another without breaks. Last-minute edits, changes made just before a deadline or event. Brain was in full survival mode, mental state focused on managing stress and handling urgent matters. Written the appointment down in my planner, noted the appointment in a calendar or organizer, setting a reminder on my phone, programming an alert or notification to remember something, jog my memory, help myself remember something, small oversight, a minor mistake or something forgotten unintentionally, came back to haunt me. A past mistake caused problems later on, locked into the task at hand, fully focused on the current work or activity, missed out on that slot, lost the opportunity to have that appointment time. Felt awful, felt very bad or guilty, expected frustration, thought the other person would be annoyed or upset. Wake-up call, an event that makes you realize you need to change or pay attention, made it a habit, developed a regular practice or routine. Set digital reminders, program electronic alerts on devices like phones or computers. Stay organized. Keep things arranged in an orderly way. Avoid those unnecessary moments of panic. Prevent stressful or anxious situations that could have been avoided.
Preparing these sample answers takes a lot of time, but your support keeps me going. If you find my content helpful, please subscribe, share it with your friends, and connect with me through these links. I've also added them in the video description. Your encouragement means everything to me.